Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another fantastic episode of Let's Play Kingdom Hearts 1. We are preparing our journey to leave here from Traverse Town, and we are headed out into the unknown. See, this has a battle level of like 3, and this has a battle level of 1. So we're better off to go to the 1 first. The game tries to guide you in the right direction of where to go. And then based on that, you know, we could go to that other world if we wanted to, and potentially we could skip a few worlds here and there, but we're going to try to get through all of it. We're not going to try to skip anything, and we're trying to go through the order that they actually intend for you to go in. Now these are the gummy blocks, or the gummy ship segments. As you'll see here, there is no deterrent in this game to just holding down the fire button and moving forward. The gummy blocks, gummy ship segments in this game are relatively weak compared to what they are in the future, but you know, they kind of serve as like just something to do in the meantime while you're exploring the different worlds. I get where the attempt was on the PlayStation 2 especially, but really it's just like a knockoff Star Fox game. That's about it. You can pick up some rare items out here, but other than that, it's like status quo. We're just flying to the next location, blasting stuff out of the way. And that's all we do in all of these segments. I likely will include them in the future, because they do get progressively harder, where like you can't just shoot forward and continuously move like I am right now, but you know, and you could customize the gummy ship. You could add cool things where you start shooting torpedoes and stuff like that. Like, there's a lot of fun that could be had in these segments. It's just, it's not for me. You know, for some people this may be a really fun aspect to hit upon, but for myself it serves to pass the time when you're going to explore the world for the first time, and once you've done it once, you don't have to do this when you return to the world moving forward, so it's really not all that bad. You know, it's the initial getting to the world, and a lot of these worlds we'll have to return to, so, you know, not all that bad, but still, like, there's a large amount of development that could have went into that. And here we have our Wonderland intro. I'll likely be making that like the actual image or thumbnail for this video, because that's, you know, early on we're going to be able to accomplish a world in an episode. I think I stated that pretty early on in the process, but like as it moves forward, we're going to have to split up the worlds into like 2 pieces. And yeah, that's just going to be the process. You know, earlier on here, some of these episodes will be a little bit longer, but at the same point in time, we will be able to accomplish a lot in a little amount of time. You know, it might be 5-10 minutes more than the standard video. This one here looks like it's running about 36-37 minutes. But in that, we're going to go through the whole entirety of what you need to know of this world. This is one world that I know we don't need to return to in the future. It just takes some playing around. Ideally, you want to go to the keyhole here first, because that's where he went. But what you'll actually need to do, and you can see I'm like remembering it, is you need to push this back first. Otherwise, you're completely screwed. And you need to go through like a whole series of steps to get back there.
You're simply too big.
It says we're too big.
Must you be so loud? You woke me up.
I woke up the door. Oh boy.
Good morning. Good night. I need a bit more sleep.
And this obviously has like Alice in Wonderland. You know, that's the theme.
Try
here.
the bottle over there.
Try the bottle. So if you don't push that bed in the first place, you have to explore a little bit of the mechanics of this world prior to doing anything. You have to take the jar to become small, and then you'd likely need to take the jar to become big again if you don't push that out of the way. I don't know any other way to get there. You can see here, we're just doing a little bit of grinding. This only takes a minute or 2. As to grind on some of these Heartless here. You know, get our EXP in a good spot, because we're gonna have a boss battle. There's a boss battle in every single world. Surprise, surprise. Classic PlayStation 2 type stuff. You know. It's, I don't know, this game holds a lot of nostalgia for me, so like a lot of like these little grinding segments, even though they may be small, and in some cases in the late game, which I probably won't share all of, they could take like hours to just battle through every opponent that you come across, but early game it's nice to do. You get some easy experience. There's usually not a ton of them out there in the ether. You know, you get these guys spawning in, which can be a little bit annoying, but at the end of the day, it's not that bad. And you can see they're giving us a ton of, like, the clear dots, which are, like, magic refills. So we're supposed to be killing them with Blizzard, but we just don't have Blizzard yet. So that's why they're spawning all over the place like crazy and dropping magic points. It's supposed to incentivize us to use magic to kill them versus using just our standard combos. Or, you know, in the future we will be, but...
See ya!
I try to use fire there to see if it'll start a flame, but it doesn't. But, yeah, like I said, in the future we will try to be using the best magic moves, the best combos we can on these guys, but... For right now, you can button mash your way through the game. I think you can button mash your way through the entirety of this game, if I'm going to be brutally honest. It's very possible to do. And in harder bosses, you'll definitely see me through it, like exploiting the weaknesses and button mashing. But on simple people, simple enemies, I'm going to try to be using magic and things like that to my advantage so I could get through it in a somewhat decent way. But now we have the good old court scene.
Court is now in session!
Court's in session.
But why?
Alice didn't do anything wrong,
Her
she says.
Majesty, the Queen of Hearts, presiding.
No boy, there she is.
This girl is the culprit. There's no doubt about it. And the reason is... because I say so, that's why.
That is so unfair.
No boy.
Well, have you anything to
So we
say
have
in your
Putin number 2
defense?
here. What a joke to go along with the situation of the
Absolutely
world.
nothing wrong. You may be queen, but I'm afraid that doesn't give you the right to be so mean.
Silence! You dare defy me?
Hey guys, we should help her out.
We're
But the
outsiders,
world
so
order.
wouldn't that be muddling?
You shouldn't be meddling.
Oh, yeah. And that's against the rules.
The court
So we shouldn't be
finds the
coming up in the
defendant
conflict
guilty as
that's
charged
arising in worlds.
for the crimes of assault and attempted theft of my heart. Oh,
But Sora's a
with
good
her
boy.
head.
No! Oh, please!
Hold it right there!
Who are you? How dare you interfere with my court?
Excuse me, but we know who the real culprit is.
We know who it
It's
is.
the Heartland.
Anyway, she's not the one you're looking for.
That's nonsense. Have you any proof?
So they lock her up, and we have to bring proof of Alice's innocence. Which is fair enough. It's a fair enough request. You know, nothing too annoying. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna save real quick. You can see that this world takes... Do not anger the queen. She's really scary. Alrighty. This world takes substantially less time. I'm gonna save it. So you can see we've been playing for 2 hours and 26 minutes. Decent chunk of time. Not too bad, though. I'm trying to jump up. I know there's some chests hidden up here. So I'm trying to see if there's any way we could get to them prematurely. Oh, he says someone's suspicious. It was me. Oh, great. Now we get to meet the good old Chester Cat. Yeah, Chester Cat. There he is. Just bopping and weaving. Bloop. Okay, Chester Cat, what do you got to say? Who are you? Who indeed? Poor Alice, soon to lose her head. Says that doesn't allow the answer. The culprit. It all lies in the darkness. Wait. Forced. I won't let you tell. There are 4 pieces of evidence in all. Only 3 of them are critical, but the 4th one, if we get it, we get something special. So let's go through and find all 4. They're not incredibly hard to find. This is a really early game. And you can see a hard part here is it keeps trying to lock me onto the plant so I can't attack any of the enemies. Once again, the game mechanics themselves are what hurts this game. Which I understand. It is a PlayStation 2 era game. I understand why the game mechanics aren't built out to the point that they should be, but it gets a little aggravating in some of these situations. Because here, I think you need to give the plants items.
See ya!
Or, yeah, you can see here, I originally thought this one's red. Maybe we shoot it with fire. But that doesn't be the case for this one.
See ya! Fire!
So we're hitting them. I just decided to go up and hit them, and then I examine, which is what we should have done in the first place. He says, give me an ether. So I'm willing to give him an ether. And you can choose the flower there. Solely based off of what they give you is typically a lot better than what they're asking for. So it's almost always worth it. Give him a potion, he'll make us bigger. That one we'll need later. We don't need it now, though. I remember that piece of this as I'm moving forward. And I don't want to deal with the enemies that just spawned out of there. That's enough. So I'm just going to go up here. And I have to be careful not to go into the rooms. Because, like I said, PlayStation 2 era, as long as I'm in that range, it will spawn me into the rooms. Oh, there's a little piece of evidence right there, I'm pretty sure. So let's knock these guys out of this world real quick. Get our evidence. If they're spawned in the location, we can't open the evidence and things like that. Like, so we got footprints. That's good. He wants a potion. We could probably give him a potion if we have one.
This should help.
Because what he's going to give us is going to far outweigh a high potion. Yep. And a lot of magic points. Like I said, these guys are an even trade. They're worth trading for if you have the ability to do so. Like, as long as you have the items, which at this point in the game you really should. But, yeah, it's just if you're willing to do the trade, which you should be.
Come on!
The items that they give you in return are not minuscule. You definitely get the bang for your buck from giving them items. But you can see there, it constantly tries to knock onto the flower because it knows that, like, that's integral to the story. Which means that I'm taking my focus off of enemies, which means my attack is being wasted. So, like I said, the PlayStation 2 thought process here is what harms us. You know, it's usually the camera, it's usually the PlayStation 2 actual layout. Those are the things that tend to come back and bite us. So we return 3 Dalmatians home. Let's examine this. It's too big to eat. Okay, so we jump over here. We get a second one. I didn't even see what it said, but we all know along the lines of what it said, right? It's just more evidence. More evidence analysis defense. I'm gonna try and jump over there. There are little, like, ways you could trick this game into doing so. One is doing a mid-strike in the air. That always does the trick. But I know now I want to be bigger because I want to move stuff around that I can play with this world a little bit. But first, let's go and check out the second bazaar room, maybe. I think that's probably the best step forward. Oh, there's a Trinity here on the ground. Let's do our first Trinity. There you can see it just drops a bunch of stuff. Like some random stuff. Sometimes it's really important, sometimes not so much. Just depends on the location, so you just try to hit them all. Different colored trinities you have to level up to get. But drop into the bazaar room. There we go, we got our third piece of evidence there. Pretty good. We can't do the green trinity yet, only the blue. We level that up as we go throughout the game. There you can see the cameras fighting with me. Always great. I always love when the camera becomes a big enemy. It's, it's such a thrill to know that I'm being held by the camera. Like, the camera's the problem, not me. Always really lifts the mood. But one of these guys, I think it was this guy, he wanted a potion to make him bigger. So we're gonna need to do that. We don't have a potion to burn. I think we have one, like, stored away in our stock. Yeah. Exchange that for... No. We need to exchange it for the ether that we have there. And now we have that in our list so we can give it to the flower. Potion to the flower. So that'll make us bigger, like our normal size. Now I just want to play around with the environment as much as humanly possible. I don't think there's too much we could really do. Why don't you get on it? Okay. Sinks down, unloads that. That's good. We'll probably need that second little boost. Like I said, a lot of this is just playing with the environment. Let's knock that down. And eat that. That'll make us small again. You just have to tinker with the environment a little bit to figure out how to solve this world. It's a lot of, like, double checking things. The world is set up sort of like a maze. A lot of these worlds are, where, like, they have you return to previous areas and stuff like that, just so that way you can get slightly ahead. Yeah, it never turns out to be, like, a huge, ridiculous deal, but there's a lot of stuff to look for. I think this one, you have to be careful, like, where you move immediately. Like, let's take a look around, because I think there's a hidden box here, which has our fourth piece of evidence, but, like, we have to... Yep, it's right there. Yep, we have to approach it that way, where we have to do, like, the hit trick to get over there or land perfectly. But now we have all four pieces of evidence. And that fourth one wasn't necessary, but it really helps us. You'll see why in a second. It's more like if you know stats, you'll understand why this was a big deal. Plus, we learned Blizzard and Ice from it. So we probably would have had to come and get it in the future anyways. Otherwise, we'd never learn Blizzard and Ice. Another soda pop there. Let's save, because I know about the shenanigans that are about to start, and they're not fun. So I'm not sure who we have to talk to here. I think maybe the Queen directly. Better get the evidence. I have it. Okay, so prompting her does nothing. Okay, that's okay, Alice. Okay, she's just gonna keep going on. So, nothing there. Okay, I'm ready to present my evidence. And you could present it with one box, I think. I think 3 might be the minimum. Because see, there's our 4 pieces of evidence. Bring forth her evidence. So she has 1 piece of evidence. And that's randomized from all I know, but as you can see there, from a statistical output, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. You know, we still have a 20% chance, but with less boxes. I mean, we have an 80% chance because 4 of the pieces are ours. Whereas if there was only 4 pieces, we would have a 75% chance. So it ups us 5%. Regardless of how much evidence you have, she gets pissed off and tells the guards to seize you. So, does it make a huge difference? No. And in this battle, I've learned throughout many years of playing this game, you just hit this wheel and do nothing else. You hit this wheel and then you go into the corner and heal if you need to, and that's all you need to do. Because you can paralyze the guards, but that's about all you can do.
This should help.
Otherwise, they just continuously keep coming back.
Come on!
There they are, they're reloading. Yep, they just keep coming back and keep hitting you. So there's no reason to go for the cards at all. Like, just keep hitting this centerpiece and hit it until it's fucking gone, and you will win. That's all you need to know. Just continuously hit this guy. Eventually you'll beat it just like that. And that drops to the bottom, freeing Alice. But Alice is no longer in there. Surprise, surprise. She has escaped somehow. And they go running looking for her. And now it's time to save again. Because we have a big fight coming up. I can sense it in my bones. We've been playing 2 hours and 33 minutes. It's not bad. Or 39 minutes. Not terrible for where we are in the game. The opening takes a long time and stuff like that, so completely understand. But now we should have access to a separate room. Yep, there we go. It shoots out the boulder. And the Cheshire Cat, whatever his name is here to see us again. This way, that way, doesn't matter. Left, right. Look in the shadows. Step deeper into the forest, into the deserted garden. Might find shadows under there. So we already unlocked this when I hit around the tree a whole bunch. But I saved it for this moment because I knew it was coming up. We have to take out these little guards, and there's like an emphasis. This big guy here, right? He has a ton of HP. He can do a shitload of damage. He's weak from the back, but that's it. So you can see when I hit him in the front, it does nothing. He just bounces me off. The goal, which Donald knocked it out of this world for me, is you just need to knock him out from the back portion. And as long as you knock him out hitting the back, you'll do damage. So that's all you need to know about him. And then equipment. I'm pretty good with my equipment, I think. I'm checking out some of my stuff. Maybe I want the AP boosting ability that Goofy has. So we're just editing a little bit of what everybody's holding. Let's give him the protect chain. Come on, Average Joe, you can figure this out. Protect chain for Goofy. I need the ability stuff. Yep, I need to up my abilities. But I'm looking through and deciding, like, you know, how it has an impact on myself. So protect chain right there. Let's give Donald a protect chain too. Nope. Joe doesn't realize it. It's like, in part, like I could realize, in the future I could realize the mistakes that I'm making based off of this. But luckily I'm not that far ahead. It's I think it's Wednesday right now. Yeah, Wednesday. So as the voice recording comes out, but I can understand the choices I'm making. I'm giving everybody items and stuff like that. But yeah, it makes a big difference when you go into like the future of the game, right? Everybody needs their distinct benefits now, otherwise it's going to be a huge problem. You can see Deep Freeze knocks them out immediately, so it's definitely worth using when you get the chance on those type of foes. It works kind of under the same like Pokemon logic, right? Fire beats grass, grass beats like rock and water, water beats fire, that sort of deal, so. Along with ice beating fire, which kind of goes against the Pokemon stuff, but now I'm just checking out some of the stat stuff on each of my group members. Nothing huge. Give Donald some... Yeah, Protect Chain. Come on, there you go, Average Joe. There you go, buddy. Let's give a hand for Average Joe. Yay! He figured it out. And he also got the Treasure Magnet, which means that, like, when an enemy is killed, all the items just sort of come to me versus having to go around and capture them. That is a huge one that we'll leave on till the end of the game, because we want to absorb as much stuff as we need to without having to roam around the map too much. But here we go to the trippy room, as I like to call it. It's a trippy room. And there's not much we could do in this room. There is later. Not right now, though. So let's go straight through this door. And here we are. They're hiding somewhere. We have to turn on the light to find the shadows. Easy enough. Now, there's two lamps right there. I would suspect that that's how you turn them on. It's not that difficult to figure out some of the riddles. When I was younger, these worlds were like impossible. It would take me days to figure out. But, you know, it's... Once you learn like what the game is expecting of you, it's really not that challenging. It just, like I said, a large part of nostalgia is held for these games, which is why I hold them in such high regard, is because when I started playing video games, these were the games that I started with. Like, these were the games that I thought nothing could be better than these games in my world. So, yeah, the nostalgia piece is there. Plus, I think, like, the general, like,
This is it.
concept that they're trying to teach the players, because it's, you know, really directed at younger players, is very beneficial. Like, it's beneficial to teach people about all the stuff that these games are trying to teach. So, yeah, it's, you know, it's cool. It's cool. It's getting across a general premise. And whether that premise is like a little more youth-like, where like, hey, you should really focus on friendship and all that stuff, which is what this game's gonna go for. I mean, is that point really relevant, other than the point that it's a good point to make? Around the age categories that it's hitting for, so... You know, I really appreciate it for that value. But there we go, we lit up the flames. All the lights are on. Yep. Okay. Now I have to go to the doorknob. That's what it's asking us to do. In which we saw that in the last cut screen. It might take me a minute or two to figure out here, but it's down there. No, Average Joe, come on, it's right there, right there. There you go. So we have to go through here, back to the Queen's Castle, and we'll figure out... Now we're on top of the map, we can get one of these chests a little bit early. Which I guess is not early, right? This is the point in time you're supposed to get it. That's power up for the gummy ship. Nothing substantial, but it helps. There's another one over there, but we get the ability to go and get that one a little bit later. And by a little bit later, I mean towards the end of the game, and I'll likely forget about it. Let's go back into the bazaar room. You have a better view from higher up. Okay. Thank you. And we will, now you can see I'm checking all my stuff because I know what's about to happen. I've played this game plenty times before. I know exactly what's about to happen. There are better ways to beat what I'm about to do, but this is the most, like, the easiest way. If not too bad. Okay. So we'll beat this guy. This little springy guy. He's not that hard to beat. Honestly, like, it may take you, like, 2 or 3 attempts if you've never played before. You can hit him once or twice by jumping up directly under him, but watch out because he sweeps down. And then once you do enough damage, he'll drop down to the ground like this, where you could just freeform, open up on him. Let him walk around a little bit. He's going to sweep down with his sticks. Now do some damage there. Jump over the sticks when they come down or dodge out of the way, and then get your 1 or 2 hits and get out of there. That's really all that you need to know on this guy right now. He's not overly hard. He knocks out my teammates because they have no idea what they're doing. But it's not that bad at this stage. It gets worse as the battle goes on, but as a good starting boss, it teaches a lot of premises here. Dodge that. Yeah, I got hit. Dodge that one. Hit. Jump up, get 2 hits in there. Dodge out of the way. Good job. Hit him. Dodge out of the way. Come back. Hit him again. He drops down. Lets out some more HP orbs. Continuously pound on him until he gets up. Hit him once or twice. And now he should be ready to go into like his mid phase, I think. Maybe we have to knock him down once more. And I got hit with that one. You can see, like, some of them are, like, a little bit less predictable than others. Like, it's just harder to tell. But the majority of the time you can tell when he's going to sweep down. So it's not, like, a big deal because it happens on rotation. Especially if you get in the swing. But now he's going to start going over to, like, this stove top. And he lights his shit on fire. Which could do a shitload of damage. But you just learned Blizzard, so you should understand the premise by now. That all you have to do is just keep hitting him with Blizzard. But you need to stay far enough away. The goal is, if you hit him with Blizzard on the hands, you'll knock out that fire ability. But you need to do it, like, perfectly. You'll see here I get one, but I don't get the other. And it's super hard to get them. Like, if you've never played the game before, it's very challenging. I keep continuously trying to do it, but I've run out of magic. But it is possible. I'm just not, like... I played the game enough, but I'm also, like, stressing to get through it in the allotted time. So I'm not gonna go through and perfect things as much as I want my genuine gameplay to show through, so... You can see there, he sweeps down low. I hit him once or twice. He goes over, he'll light that stuff up again. I don't have any more magic. Yeah, I have 1 magic point left. Yep, we're done. But I have a high potion here. Let me give that to myself. Give myself the elixir as well. If he gives me the chance to, Jesus. He really starts opening fire here.
Deep freeze. See ya. Deep freeze. See ya.
Continuously hit him with freezing potions, freezing abilities. Hopefully that'll... I don't... Yeah, it didn't help me there, but... You know, it could. You can see he's getting my health pretty down low. Even for a starter boss, he's doing a pretty good job. Like, he's really testing my limits here. just try and knock him out of this world. Hope for the best. Oh, he dropped down. Okay, there we go. We got him. We got him, folks. And that's about it for the total episode. I mean, there's about 1 minute left. If you like this episode, please feel free to like, comment, or even consider subscribing. All that stuff is highly motivational and definitely considers me to make more videos in the future. I really do appreciate like all that stuff, like to the max, to the point that like I answer every comment down the section, things like that. It's you know, it's greatly appreciated by myself. So with that being said,
What a racket.
yeah, you know, feel free to do any of that stuff. And here we're jumping into the end of it, where we have to seal the key in each of these worlds, and you can see it there lit up in the doorknob's mouth. So let's go and seal that away. And there we go, we got a seal on this world so the darkness won't conquer it like it did ours. And he spits out a piece there. I think that's a gummy piece. It's not like no others. Once we get all those, we could build the ultimate gummy ship, but... And here's the Cheshire Cat coming out again. We did everything right, like a hero. No, alrighty. Well, that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Like I said, I really hope you enjoyed. There's only a few seconds left, but, you know, until Tuesday, everybody take it easy. I hope you all have a terrific weekend, and I hope you all enjoyed, and we get to see you on the next episode, man. Recording this stuff is a ton of fun, and like I said, you know, as much as the motivation is appreciated, expect to see this content coming out here shortly. Take it easy, everybody, and everybody have a great night.